Hello internet friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Literal Cream, here with a video for y'all today. I'm going to talk about some things that I've wanted to talk about for a while, and also I cannot edit this video because my laptop screen cracked, so I'm out of computer until sometime next week. So we're going to try and be clear and concise and practice some brevity. Let's see how that goes. Probably not too well. I wanted to talk about my dog. As a lot of you probably know, he passed away this summer. He died ultimately of kidney failure. He was 11 and a half, which is kind of right on the mark for Springer Spaniels. Their average lifespan is around 12 years, but it wasn't any less heartbreaking. And I really haven't been myself since. I felt sort of in this fugue state. He was my best friend, my whole world. He was really the only soul that knew me and knew all of me. There'd be times where I was feeling lost in life. Like this past year, I was just living a completely different life. And sometimes I would forget who I was, like where I am, where I'm supposed to be. And when I saw him, it was like, well, you know me, you remember me. It would take me back to where I was, who I was. And all those days where I was feeling really lost and confused and I didn't know what I was supposed to do, all I had to do was take my best friend for a walk and I was doing something right, in a sense. So I've just been not really myself, kind of all over the place, also dealing with life. Maybe some of you that follow me on Instagram know what the fuck was up with some of that. But so he passed away and he died in my arms, which is kind of a relief because that was the day I had feared and anticipated ever since the day I met him. And I was so worried about something happening to him, about him getting sick, running away, getting hit by a car, and to have him die at 12 years old of natural causes in my arms. I felt like I did it. I'd kept him safe. And in the last couple weeks before he passed, as his health declined, I took him to the park and I had to carry him. And I did it. Like, I felt proud of myself. I would carry him up the stairs. And the day before he died, we took him to the park in a wagon. I would put in a photo, but I can't because I can't edit this. So yeah, so that was my dog. And I've been really heartbroken, not quite myself, trying to get back to where I am. But it's just so weird. It was a weird feeling initially right after he passed and I'm out in social situations and no one knows that your whole world has fallen apart. And to just be there surrounded by people and you have no interest whatsoever, it's weird, a really weird feeling. And then now that time has passed, people sort of think you're okay and you're not okay. And I don't like to tell people my dog died. I didn't tell anyone he died when he died unless it seemed appropriate or necessary. It felt weird to think about making some social media post announcing his departure. It just didn't feel right. I talk more about him, but I can't edit this. So, and I know if I just talk, I'm just gonna go on some tangent. So that's that. Now I want to talk about getting a new dog. I really want a dog. Kind of realize that that's all I want. That's all I care about. And all my hopes and dreams in life just revolve around me having a dog. Like, sure, there's this dream of being rich and famous, but that's only so that I can live the life I want. And that is just having a little farmhouse in the middle of fucking nowhere where I have a big ass bloodhound and I name him Elvis or something like that. I just live all by my fucking lonesome. And all I have to do is wake up in the morning and take my dog for a walk, and that's it. That's all I want. So I only want success so that I can have this life with my best friend again. That's really the only thing that's mattered to me. I kind of realized that. I'm trying to get a dog and it's been a hard process. It's definitely hard to find the right dog, and it has made me understand why some people go to a breeder and buy a dog, because it's easy. You go there, you hand them some money, and boom, you got a dog. You got a puppy, doesn't have any health issues, you're set, there's your best friend, and you can pick out the exact dog you want. I understand why people go to a breeder. Honestly, like, I was looking at puppies, but I would just feel so wrong about buying a puppy when there's so many dogs in need. Also, like, I'm a vegan, so I feel like I can't do that. Why it's been so frustrating? Well, I really need to get a small dog because I don't think I have the best means to take care of a big dog right now. And I want a little dog because you can bring them with you everywhere. That's what I like. That was one of my qualms about Spencer, was that I had to leave him home so often. I really want a little dog that I could just take with me everywhere. That's what I want. Ideally hypoallergenic, because I do have allergies. I actually have asthma, which people don't really know, because honestly I forget that I have asthma, but I was tested as a child and I am allergic to dogs. So I have noticed, bless his soul, but since Spencer isn't around, my allergies have slightly improved. Sorry, sweetheart. Not necessarily looking for a puppy. I would prefer an older dog. And I really want a Chinese crested. I've always wanted one. That's kind of like what I've been telling myself, like hold out till you find the right Chinese crested. But I just don't feel like myself. I feel so weird and not right, and all I want is to have a little baby to love and care for. I just have such a hard time being motivated to do the things that I could do before. When I had Spencer, I used to be really depressed in high school for a long time, and I'd want to kill myself. I'm sure you guys know that. Ugh, so melodramatic. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because who would take care of my dog? So I looked really hard and long at myself in the mirror a lot of times, and I said, why do you hate yourself? And I would analyze all the things I hate about myself, and then I started doing things to overcome that. I didn't feel confident in my body, so I started working out and getting really fit and healthy. I wanted to be talented and I wanted to be smart, so I picked up the guitar and I read books, and I did all these things to become the person I wanted to be, because I couldn't die and I didn't want to keep living life so miserable. And I did ultimately become the person I wanted to be. So I tried to tell myself, when Spencer dies, you can keep going and keep doing these things, and you won't have to worry about anybody. You don't have any obligations now, so you can just solely focus on yourself. But it's so hard. I just miss having someone there, and I don't have the same motivation because I did all these things for myself. I didn't do them for anybody else, and now that I don't have that same motivation, I'm like, well, I don't care if people think I'm funny. I don't care if people think I'm fit. I don't care. And I found that, like, when I was taking care of little Sparky Jehovah, that it was so much easier when I'm focusing on his needs and what I have to do to take care of him. I'm like, I have to do this for you, so I have to make sure I get the things done for me that I have to get done so I can care for you. And it's just a lot easier. So I really would like a dog, but it has been so hard. I've tried Pet Finder, Adopt a Pet, Pet Tango. I've looked everywhere. Believe me, I have. I've probably seen every single Chinese crested, and I've looked at other dogs that aren't Chinese cresteds. But it's like I'll reach out to someone and I don't hear back. Or I find the perfect dog, but they require a fenced-in yard, which I don't have. Or you find the perfect dog and you go to submit an application and they say, thank you, we've currently received 15 other applications. You feel weird about reaching out to another dog, because what if you get approved for this one, or you get denied for this one, and then the other dog you were looking at then gets adopted while you were waiting. And you'll find a dog and then they say, sorry, we don't allow out-of-state adoptions. There was a Chinese crested dog, 2 years old, named Elvis, in a shelter in Chicago. He's not in a foster home. And I reached out to them and they said I can't adopt him because I'm not from Illinois. I even asked my friend Poopnik if he could potentially adopt this dog for me and I could get him, but he couldn't do it, and I understand that's asking a lot. But it's so frustrating because that little dog is in a shelter when he could be here with me and I could be making him clothes and taking him for walks and loving him, but they won't let me. And these shelters require home checks and background checks, and believe me, I understand where they're coming from. They want to make sure the dog has a good home, but it makes me understand why people just go to a breeder and adopt a dog. That's where I'm at on that search pretty much every single day. I'm like looking on Pet Finder. And now I want to talk about little Sparky. You guys know Sparky, the little Westie that I've had in some of my videos. I love him so much, and he is my dog. That's my dog. People know he's my dog. People can see it. They say, wow, you're like his mommy. Yes, I am. There's a party that I didn't know was happening. I go outside to socialize, and by that I mean sit by myself because I didn't know this was going on. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this. And little Sparky Jehovah comes over and sits in my lap, and he's just chilling with me. And some people are like, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird that you're just sitting there petting the dog. Well, anyone that thinks my relationship and how much I care for a dog is weird is someone I don't need in my life. I don't need to get to know you, and I don't want to get to know you. I know I probably sound crazy, but he's my dog. I met him over a year ago. When I met him, I was staying over because I'm sure you guys know he belongs to my ex-boyfriend, King Chad. I try not to give out people's names on the internet unless they have their approval, so we'll just stick with King Chad for now, even though that's slightly ironic. He belongs to him, and when I initially met him, we were going to go to bed, and little Sparky stands on the bed and pees, looking both of us in the eyes, right on the bed as we're about to go to sleep. King Chad was like, this is an act of protest. And initially, I didn't really understand. When I first met this dog, I was like, oh, you're cute. You're a cute little dog, but you're not my dog. You're not the little dog that I'm going to have when I have a little dog one day. But you're cute, and I like you. And he peed on the bed out of protest. And now I understand. Because little Sparky Jehovah has had a confusing life. Lots of people coming in and out. And when his daddy has pretty ladies over, well, he neglects his little baby Jehovah because he gives these pretty ladies attention. So I know what little Sparky was saying. He's saying, I know what you do. You bring over these pretty ladies and you give them attention and you ignore me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what he was doing. It was an act of protest. I think that is just hilarious looking back on it now because he didn't know. He thought I was just some other pretty lady coming in to party and distract your daddy. But baby, I'm here for you. I am here for you. I soon became the one that would wake up in the morning, feed him chicken and rice. When I found out that they used to be fed peas and carrots, I went to the store and would buy peas and carrots for the dogs. He also has the brother Amigo. But Amigo's a little more independent. He doesn't look at me like his mommy. Sparky soon realized that I'm not just some pretty bimbo passing through. No, I actually care about you and I love you and I'm trying to understand you and your needs. I was the one that started taking him to the park. Hadn't been let off the leash until I started letting him off the leash. He just became my baby. That's my dog. When we broke up, I thought about him every single day. I really missed him so much. I had made a promise to this dog. One day, King Chad was out. I think this was back in like February or something. And I had stayed home and I was just feeling kind of sad. And I went into the living room. I think I was playing guitar. I was just feeling kind of sad. I don't know. Kind of lost in this new world. And little Sparky Jehovah comes over and sits next to me. And in that moment, I sort of realized that he looks to me. Like he gets me. Like he wants me. He loves me. He really sees me. And I looked at him and I said, I got you. I got you, sweetheart. I know your life has been confusing, but I got you. And I felt so horrible that I didn't, after we broke up, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't be in that relationship. It wasn't good. I thought about him every single day because that was my baby. I was so excited when I found his parents' old dog stroller. I put him in the dog stroller. I bought him a bag and I put him in the bag and he loved it. He didn't want to get out of the stroller. He didn't want to get out of the bag. He loved being baby. That's my baby. One day over the summer, I found out my friend Hallie was over at King Chad's house and I was like, can you show Sparky a video of me telling him how much I love him? And I was like, hi Sparky, I miss you. One time this summer I was out with Hallie and every time I saw her I was like, I miss my little baby Sparky so much. Like, can we go steal him? I want to steal my dog. And we made up some excuse or reason to go see King Chad so I could see my dog and I almost cried. I didn't want to cry but I almost did. That was my baby. I've been really torn about getting a new dog because every little dog I look at, I don't want them. I want Sparky. That's my dog. And when I go to leave, he wants to get in the car with me and come home. He knows, he understands. He sees me packing up my stuff. And I'm so heartbroken because I cannot associate with King Chad. I can't do it. It isn't healthy. And I don't know what else to do because this is my dog. All the other dogs that I look at, I don't want them. I just want Sparky. All I want to do is love him and take care of him. And King Chad has said it himself. He's like, if I didn't have dogs, you wouldn't be here. I mean, yeah, that's probably true. Probably wouldn't have hung out with you. again, after we broke up, after the way he treated me, if you didn't have my dog that I want. He's even said it himself that I'm a better dog owner. I'm so heartbroken. I feel like I've lost 2 dogs because Spencer, I understand, as sad as I am, I know that he can't be here. But Sparky is here. He's alive. And every time I go out, I just want him there. I try to go for a run and I just want him there because I know he wants to be there. I know he would want to go for a run with me, but I can't do it. And it isn't healthy with me to associate with his father right now. It isn't. And I can't keep falling into this cycle. But I just want my dog so badly. I think about him all the time. All of his little outfits that I made and the ones that he hasn't gotten to wear yet. Like I found dog stairs the other day at a thrift store because Sparky can't get on my bed. Shut up! Because it's too high, so I'm like, I need dog stairs. But they're kind of expensive. And then I found them at the thrift store for like $5 and I was like, well, I'll just get them. But he's not here. And I'm thinking, well, they'll be good for my little dog that I end up adopting, but I don't want any other little dog. I just want my baby. And it's so funny to me because when I met Sparky, I looked at him like, oh, you're cute, but you're not my dog. And he looked at me as like, I'm just some dumb bimbo partying and passing through, but we were both so wrong. And recently I was looking at him and I was like, I have known you before somehow. I don't know where, I don't know when, but you're my dog. And I said to him, my regrets will be the days I had you in my arms and didn't realize that you were my dog. And if I never go another day without you, I'll know that I have done something right. And so I'm heartbroken to be away from him right now. And I don't know what to do. So I guess I'll give you the little history on Sparky, like where he came from. So he used to belong to King Chad's parents. His mother had a dog, a little Westie, and he passed away. And I guess she was so heartbroken that she went out and adopted another Westie pretty soon after that. And she passed away. I think she'd only had him about a year. My timeline might be a little bit off. So she hadn't had him very long and she died. And then his father died and then King Chad ended up with him and his brother Amigo. So Sparky's just had a confusing life. Both your parents die. Now you're with this other guy and there's all these people passing through. I get it. It's really confusing for this little dog. He doesn't know what's going on. And it breaks my heart to think about it. And it breaks my heart that I promised him stability and that I'll be there for him. I'll never let him go. And I can't do it. I don't know what to do. And I can't keep putting myself in a situation where I'm miserable. All I want is my little baby. So he used to belong to King Chad's mother, and I don't know these people. I have a really hard time picturing his parents. Like, I've been in their house, I've seen all their things. I have a sense of who this woman is, but I can't really picture her. And sometimes he would say things to me like, oh, my mother would love you, or my mother wouldn't approve, or she would think this is so funny. Maybe he thinks I would think they're endearing. I don't know. But when he says these things, they have no effect on me. I honestly don't care. I feel completely indifferent. He's gonna think I'm so cold for saying this, but really, I don't care. I don't care what this woman who I have never met, who is dead, would think of me. I don't give a rat's ass if she'd find me funny, if she'd like me, or if she wouldn't approve of something I did. I don't care. I have such a hard time really seeing her and knowing her, and I don't care. But one of the things that I do find interesting, maybe it warms the cankles of my heart, I'm not sure, is knowing that when she died, she wanted to know that her little baby was gonna be taken care of. And I am taking care of him, this stranger that I've never met. And who am I? I'm also some stranger, some crazy ex-girlfriend. But I'm the person that cares so deeply and loves this little dog so much. And I'm doing the things that she wished she could do for her dog, like dressing him up and putting him in a stroller and babying him. It's a weird feeling that I'm helping to fulfill some dead woman's wish for her dog. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe you guys can understand. But that's the only thing that really kind of gets me, makes me feel something. Ugh. Oh, and why do I call him Jehovah? I call him Jehovah because I just think it's a funny name. I used to have hamsters and they all died, and I said like, oh, when I get a new hamster, I'm gonna name him Jehovah because I think it's a funny name. It's like a funny name to coo. Jehovah, Jehovah, little baby Jehovah. And I called him Jehovah in front of King Chad, and oh boy, did he get mad. He goes, Jehovah? You gave my dog a Jew name? You can come to your own conclusions on that. I ain't gonna say any more. I never even thought about the origin of the name Jehovah. If anything, I would think it's Christian, because like Jehovah's Witnesses, isn't that Christian? I don't know. But whether it is of Jewish descent or not, I don't care. But he seemed to care. He seemed to care a lot because, well, you can come to your own conclusions. I ain't gonna say anything. But because he hates it so much, yes, that is my little baby Jehovah. And I call him Sparky Jehovah. I even got him a collar that says Jehovah. And he likes it. He loves when I coo at him. There was this one time, I think there was some party going on that I didn't want to be a part of, so I was like inside playing my guitar. And little baby Jehovah, if I'm sitting at the table, sitting at the bar, he wants to be on my lap and he will cry and he will paw at me until I pick him up. So like at my house, he's got a bed on the table, a bed on the chairs at the bar next to me. So I put his little dog bed up on the counter for him to sit in while I'm on my computer playing my guitar. And King Chad comes down the next day. He's like, why is there a dog bed on the counter? And I told him why. And he was like, really? He cries? And I go, yeah. Like, you didn't know that about your own dog? That he loves me so much that he doesn't want to not be in my arms. I thought that was so funny. He's such a baby. If I pet another dog in his presence, he will come over and he will cry and he will huff at me until I go pet him. Like he was sitting in some other people's laps and I went to go pet their dog and he comes over. He's mad at me. I say, oh, I can't pet this other dog. I can only pet you. Because he's my baby. And I'm so heartbroken. I don't know what to do. I don't feel like myself. I feel really tired. Maybe you can see it, that I'm really tired. I've had a hard time sleeping. And he's all I can think about. And I can't keep living my life like he is my dog. I can't just wait around for him to be my dog. I can't be with King Chad. I don't know what to do. So that's why I'm looking at other dogs, but I really don't want another dog. I just want my baby. All I want is to wake up in the morning and take him for a walk and make him chicken and rice and peas and carrots and dress him up in stupid outfits and get weird looks when I push him in a stroller. But I don't care because he's happy, and he's so happy never leaving my side. He's happy just being loved all the time, and I just don't know what to do. That's where I'm at. I tried to film this video a couple times, and all these other videos I almost cried and I would like hit myself every time I was being a little bitch. We didn't have to do it this time. Just had a lot going on. I'm trying to get back to myself. And I know it sounds a ways away, but I really feel like I'm gonna be myself after winter is over. I feel like I'm gonna be back to me. I'm just working so hard to get there. Like, fuck Christmas, fuck the holidays. I have no energy for them. Honestly, all I wanna do is be on a beach alone, all by myself. I've been looking at Airbnbs and travel. I'm like, can I just go away for Christmas for like a couple days alone? Because I don't want to be around my family. I just want to be alone. That is my dream, to wake up on Christmas morning entirely alone. I am so tired and exhausted, and I'm just trying to get done all these things that I feel like I have to get done so that I can finally have like 3 days just by myself. Yeah, so I hope that kind of just clears some things up that no one asked for. I don't know. I have a lot of stupid ideas that I want to film, skits and stupid songs. I'm gonna be a little bit behind now because I don't have a computer, so it's a little hard to work on those things. I'm gonna try and get this on the interweb somehow. I don't know how. I'll figure it out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you guys, and it warms the kinkles of my heart. I hope you're having a good holiday season, whatever it is you're doing. And if you're not, that's okay too. Just take a break. Okay, I'll see you all soon. Peace out. Okay, bye.